Alright, what's up, Dragon Brood? Today, we're going to be playing some Mardu Vampires. And there are some new ones that are pretty cool that made the list, so I think y'all should have a good time with this one. And let's just get right to it. And as always, I want to remind you, if you are going to be enjoying my videos every single day, please be so kind, just hit the like button on them, because that helps out. And if you'd like to subscribe, I wouldn't be too upset at that either. You can smash that subscribe button. It'd be nice. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to start with Vulcanwrath Pit Fighter. Not anything real surprising, but we are going to be playing a very aggressive version here. So we want to roll with those. We're going to be playing some Voldaren Epicures. Also kind of on the aggressive side, but we do care about having those blood tokens. We're going to be playing Voldaren Bloodcaster, because this is really good. With us having so many ways to make blood tokens, we can just come over the top also and get some attacks in that way. And we are going to be playing Blood Tithe Harvester. Again, we're kind of on this whole blood token thing, so why not? Let's ride with it. Then we've got Vampire Socialite, another way to pump all of our creatures. And then that brings us to our first new card in the list, and that's Sanguine Evangelist. This is going to get us an extra creature, and whenever it attacks, it has Battle Cry, which pumps our team, and that's awesome. And then when it dies, it makes us another bat. So it's doing a lot for us here. Also, Markov Baron. This is going to be another one that pumps our team. So we need as many ways to keep being aggressive here as possible, as you can see what's going on. And we've got Preacher of the Schism. This is a neat one. It's a 2/4. It's 3 mana. It's not the most efficient thing, but it does have Death Touch, and it can get us an extra body or get us an extra card. Neither way is bad. And then we have Edgar, Charmed Groom. This card's actually really good just pumping the team overall, so we do like this. Now, I will say there's going to be a variety of spells that we're going to be trying to play, so we're going to be testing stuff out throughout these games. However, if you want to see where we end up at the final list, you can see the end of the video, or you can go down to the description below, look for the blue arrows that'll take you to our Moxfield link, where you can see this deck and a bunch of other crazy stuff we played here in the early part of Standard. Before you do that, I want to go tell you, hey, check out our sponsor over at CoolStuffInc.com. They're really cool. They take really good care of me, and they'll keep doing that if y'all can go over there and make a couple purchases. So if you are going to be getting any stuff for Lost Caverns of Ixalan or buying any Christmas presents, be sure to check out CoolStuffInc.com. Use code DRAGON. They'll save you 5% on your whole order. And remember, they always have cool stuff in stock. Now let's go play some Magic. I guess we're going to keep this. Can't throw this back, that's for sure. I mean, I guess we could, but that'd be silly. I think we're just going to play Harvester. And then maybe if we get lucky and draw land, okay, that solves that problem. I was about to say, then we could Socialite into Duress, which is kind of good. And then we can figure out what to do with, like, Evangelist and all that. Oh, this might be some... Oh, no, I was about to say some Merfolk on the outside, but it definitely is not. Definitely is not. Okay, let's go... I mean, obviously calling Vampire here, but just debating what card I wanted to go with. We have 4 mana next turn. I think we're still duressing here. Oh. What are we... Oh, you know what this is? This is some type of fight rigging deck. With this here, I bet you that's what it is. Okay, let's scrap that. What does that leave them for mana? I mean, what are they doing with 4, though? Probably nothing? Man, I don't know why this is such a hard decision. Like, do I just want to kill this? Nah, I'm attacking. F it. They're not blocking. I mean, they might. I don't know. I said that with all the confidence in the world, and then I was like, nah, I don't know. Maybe they are going to block. All right. I mean, we can kill that later if we feel we need to, but we'll see. I mean, they have black mana they'll have to take damage for. They might just play a Shakedown heavy here, though. And then we kind of just have to run into it, which is a little tough, but, you know, cost of doing business. I mean, that being said, maybe they want to get an Ancient one out and start working on that. I have seen several... Oh, okay, they're going to do that. Fair enough. I have seen several different fight rigging decks today, so that doesn't shock me that that's a thing. Ooh, this is nice. I hadn't even thought about this interaction. If we play this... Oh, no, we'll still be 1 mana short of getting that into play. Would have been cool. Alright, I guess we just attack. They can't block this because it has Menace. And then we play this. Yeah, I was thinking we would be able to... I mean, I guess we could just put it into play the hard way. It's fine. We don't get an extra card for it, but I don't think we need to be getting too crafty right now. Our goal should just be to stay ahead of what they're doing. All right. Here comes Kaslam. This is what we get for being greedy and not killing that Bramble Familiar when I should have. Okay, well, let's go looking. That is not what we were looking for at all. Okay, well, good news is we can still attack with this and they can't block. If we attack with this, these would get bonuses. I don't think we do, though. I think we just attack here and here. Opponent goes to 8, and I think we just load the board and just say, you know what? If you get something big and scary, we'll just have to deal with it. Because that's a big pile of lethal. Alright, Shakedown Heavy, one of the less scary things we could run into. Hey, Drift Ronin for 27 months, thanks. I think we just block, right? And just get... I mean... Seems fine? Yeah. Those all trigger. We get a bat. I mean, this seems solid enough. Go to attacks. We just swing with everything, right? Yeah. And you can't block the other one, because that has Menace. Yeah, that's it. Alright. Go Vampires. Alright, let's see what we're going to do with it. We're going to keep this. Well, I guess this has to come into play tapped. Sadly, I can't turn 1 to rest with these lands. The opponent didn't do anything, though, so that's kind of nice. Put this on Vampire. I'm tempted to do this, but I also kind of want to see what the opponent's up to first. Oh, expel the interlopers. Blech. Why do y'all show up to early access playing this bum stuff? Come on now. We're trying to have fun. We're trying to show off new cards. Good news is at least that just destroys, so I'll still get my bat. You know, so that's a thing. Yeah. I think we just do this. Attack for 1. Go with these duders. Alright. What is this thing? Oh, treasure map. Alright, let's see how much damage we can get in here. The thing we have to try to figure out is when it's worth it to deploy this or just set this up to try to get all the blood tokens, and then we can use that with Bartholomew. But, that being said, I don't think this is where we want to do that just yet. Though this will come into play, they would have to get rid of one of their own things. I think we do this. I think I'm okay with this. Then if they die, we get like 3 blood tokens, and then we can drop both of these next turn and just see what the heck happens. But, I mean, they're playing with their hand face up, effectively. Like, we know this is going to flip, become a body. They're probably going to do that. We end up with a bunch of... oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Ooh, can we find a removal card for this 3/4? Because if so, this could be a real bit. This could be not quite a lethal. Oh, yeah, it could be, because we have the Evangelist giving everybody the battle cry. Ooh. Do we have anything that can remove that here? That is the question. This, unfortunately, doesn't give a bonus to bats, just to vampires. That would have been awesome, though. Okay. We attack with everything. Assume the evangelist gets blocked. They take 3, 4, 5, 6, and they're at 6. Or we could make that 7, 8, 9, and they're at 3. But then we don't have anything other than that after the fact, and a bunch of blood tokens. Is it worth it? I think that's the real question. I think it might be. But only barely. Gosh. 6 or 3. That's really what this amounts to. And we know that's going to go up. But that would get rid of that. So yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's get it. Oh, actually, I did my math wrong. They're going to be at 5. I missed a point. I forgot that the Evangel can also pump the bats. Oh, do they have a way to kill the Bloodcaster? If so, then maybe they don't fire off the other interlopers. Oh, get lost. Nice. That does help Bartholomew also, though. Alright. Though, maybe... 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So opponent would go to 5. Alright, well, we can't use these. These are at sorcery speed, so that's fine. Get another blood token. Get a bat. And I think we just chill. I mean, this could get us another blood token. I don't know if that matters. Because it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, no, because those aren't vampires. Those are bats. Yeah, let me crack one of these. I mean, it doesn't really matter where we put the counters. I have a feeling everything's dead soon anyway. Ooh, Caverner Souls. Not good. Not good. Yeah, let's crack this other one too. Wow. Okay, at least we got him off the top of the library, I guess. Okay, they left whatever it was on top. That is not a good sign for us. That's really bad. Yeah, we just take it, I guess. I mean, they don't have any blockers in the air, so it's not worth it for us to do anything. I mean, unless that's a thing that kills a creature. I was going to say, you got to go now, right? Alright, so we get more blood tokens. We have Restless Vents that lets us draw and discard. Or discard then draw. So that can get in for some amount for 2. Which I think is worth it. We will definitely discard, I think, a Black Cleave Cliffs. I don't think that does anything for us here. Oh, Edgar. That would have been nice a while ago. But I ain't mad at you. Let's put that on Vampire, and let's play a Bartholomew. And we'll just see what's up. Alright, they're going to get more treasure whenever they flip that. Alright. Can we do it? Another treasure map. I think we're good. Yep, opponent says GG's. Alright. Bartholomew would have gotten in for a big attack, but we didn't even have to worry about it. Yep, we'll just auto-pay. It's all good. Get our attacks in. Discard that. Cool. Alright. We'll take it. Okay. We get to go first. We can play this, then this, or this, then this. Alright, yeah, we'll keep it. Maybe we have some type of action here. Actually, you know what I think we do? We do this on Vampire and play this first, because then if we play Bartholomew, we have 2 things we can sacrifice to it, and that protects it from a cut down. Not like the most exciting thing, but it at least does something. There's no need for Aggro in this list, to my knowledge. Yep, let's go. Pass. And yes, I will sacrifice my other things to block here. Please don't get rid of my creature. Because I kind of need it. Not going to lie. I have a feeling... Oh, get lost. Well, that's rude. Okay. I mean, that being said, we got to get used to seeing that card. It's going to be everywhere. Possibly the best removal card they've made in... I don't know if I want to say ever, but a while. Alright, let's see what else they got. Even though I want to play the Evangelist here. We're going to be staring at an Adeline. Okay. That's a thing to be aware of, I guess. Alright, let's go with this. And let's go ahead and crack one of these and see what we can do. Yeah. I think we need to go for stuff that pumps our guys or whatever. And we'll go ahead and attack for one, because we're not doing anything else otherwise. Alright. I'm assuming this is... Oh, wait, what? Oh, I see. You want to try to get us with the, whatchamacallit? Iganjo. Yeah, alright, I guess I take one then. Like, I guess. What else are we doing? What if? We're gonna... Alright, we're gonna do this. That gets us a bat. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Ooh, that's intriguing at least. I don't hate that. No attacks. Now, sadly, when the opponent attacks, we block. They will have a chance to kill our pit fighter, and there's not much we're going to be able to do about it. Yep. Those all work. Those are all correct things. Alright, so we kind of got to get them to waste that to protect their Adeline, really. Which, we kind of know the drill, but you just, you know. Pick your poison. Alright, they're not going to kill our Evangelist and give us the bat. Fair enough. Kill off the pit fighter, which makes total sense. Yep. Alright. And this is just about trying to mitigate some amount of damage, since we already know what's on top of our library. And I guess I'm going to hold this. So I have something to discard, maybe? Alright. This didn't go great. We didn't get our fast start. Nothing that pumps our team. So it's a little bit rough. A little bit rough. Now, we just have to hope they don't have another Iganjo. But this is kind of sometimes a situation, right? They got kind of caught up on the Iganjo action. So now they're not able to really take advantage of things. Sadly, this is going to get put on Adeline, which now makes it harder for our Harvester to do its job. Which sucks. So I think we just have to double up block the Adeline, which sucks for us, but I think we have to do it. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we could block and get a bat, but... Yeah, if I don't... Yeah, we're better off just blocking here. I think it's fine. I mean, if they have another one next turn, it hurts, but what are we going to do about it? Alright. Get a bat. I think we're going to crack one of these. See if this can find us something. That duress ain't doing nothing in this fight. Neither is that. Oh boy, that sucks. Think we're finally going to lose one here. Yeah. We're dead skis. Alright, well, they got us. I mean, just play your dude. Pump your team, opponent. Come on. There you go. Go ahead. And yeah, Get Lost is going to replace a lot of removal cards. I mean, it just kills 3 different things. And the downside isn't huge, except for maybe against, I guess, Merfolk, because they're worried about scrying. Yeah, we never had a chance to get there. All right, they got there. Okay, we have to go first here. Seems good. Let's rock and roll with this. Let's run some things out and see what happens. But the one thing you do get to see from this is that there are a lot of small interactions that make a big difference in the games. So sometimes you just miss one point, or you forget to pump, or you discard the wrong thing at the wrong time. Like, those can swing the games. And I think a lot of times when people get to the end of games, they're kind of like, oh, my opponent top decked and beat me in this thing. Like, well, sometimes that's true. But more often than not, there's little things that happened on turn 3, turn 5, or whatever that affected the outcome, that because they weren't big and obvious and led to the end of the game, it's easy to just, just dismiss those as being like, nah, whatever, those were just normal plays and didn't matter. Like, a lot of that makes a big difference. Big difference. Yeah. We're going to put this on Vampire and play this duder and go get it. Okay. I know so far we haven't really played much new other than Cavernous Souls, but I have new cards coming, opponent, I promise. Come on. What we got? Let's see it. I mean, whatever it is probably something we're going to try to kill with the Harvester. Unless they have a Get Lost or something here, which is possible. Nope, it's a Dinnick. Well, we can't kill that just yet. But what we can do, maybe, is play Evangelist. Actually, I guess we just attack with this to start with. Alright, then we just play this. Alright, so now we have some bats. This feels like they're just playing the Esper Midrange thing, but I guess we'll see. Let's see what you got. Maybe I should have just played, I don't know. I was thinking maybe I should have played Bartholomew there, because then I would have had some better blocks. Yeah, that's all they're doing. Alright. You got it, fam. Sure, I'll just double block this guy. Why not? I mean, I guess I don't need to double block it. I could let Evangel die, play Bartholomew next turn, get some action out of that. I don't know. Let's see. Depends on if they turn it into a bigger creature or not. If they do, I guess I'll block with the Fighter and the Evangelist. If they don't, then I'm probably just blocking with Fighter and a Bat. Alright, they did, so these are going to work. I mean, you're going to kill them both. I mean, I guess you don't have to kill it. You can put all the damage on the Fighter, I suppose. That'd be weird, but maybe. Alright, that helps. Put that on Vampire. And then we'll sacrifice this to target that. We will pay the 1. And then we'll attack with 2 bats. Alright. So, slowly worked our way through it, and still at 20 life, so that's not bad. And even with the life they gained, they're at 15 already. So we're doing a little bit of work. Old Raging Bull, how's it going? Good to see you. Oh, Lord Skitter, alright. That is another thing we will kind of feel compelled to kill. Alright. It's gone. Nice. Alright. You can get it. We're definitely attacking with these two. The question is just, am I playing Evangel in this, or am I playing... Yeah, I'm playing Evangel in that. Who am I kidding? We're just gonna death by bats at this point. Like, ain't got nothing else. Just get in there where we can. Bats gotta do what bats gotta do. Definitely feeling a little bit batty. Actually, the new Abolo with Portal Rammer... No, I actually won't like that, honestly. Those decks are not generally fun for me. I'll play one or two every once in a while during the season just to have a variety for people, but I have the least fun with those type of... Because they're not interactive. That's my problem. Like, I like decks generally where there's some back and forth and some things are happening, because they make for just better viewing, right? If you're playing something where you're really not interacting and then you're just like, sweep the board, play a portal, reanimate a big thing, game over. Like, the deck works, don't get me wrong, if you're trying to be competitive, whatever, but that's not fun for anybody to really watch. But then again, I guess it depends on your idea of fun, you know? Alright, so Wandering Emperor is obviously on the docket, which is, I'm assuming, going to get rid of an Evangelist here, which means we won't get our bat, sadly, but we're still attacking, because that's still a lot of damage. Oh, I should have played Bartholomew first. Oh, that was stupid. Yeah, I definitely should have, because I could have kept him from getting a life, and I would have got another bat, and this would have had another counter. Oh, that was so terrible. Man, this has been a long day. I'm making some stupid plays. Yeah, that's exactly... I mean, we knew what it was, too. So, I mean, that's terrible. Did it to myself, though. I mean, the good news is opponent's still taking 8 here, I guess. They go to 4. Oh. Okay. They didn't exile it. They're just losing the creature and letting us have the bat anyway? Cool. I feel like we got a little bit of a bailout there. What can the opponent play here? I mean, it has to be a sweeper, or... I mean, I guess you could -2 to go to 5? Or go to 6, I guess? We don't be attacking for 4? Alright, we'll try to make it lethal. Like, I don't know. Like, feels a little weird, but sure. I mean, who knows? They could have another Wandering Emperor also. I mean, if it's Path of Peril, it's Path of Peril. I can't do nothing about that. But those decks don't generally play that. Yeah, that makes sense. Go to 6 here. Then you can at least play this dude out of the graveyard. And that'd be a blocker. This is also another thing. Like, again, this opponent just really just copied a deck that's just already a standard deck. Like, we're not even showing off new cards. Come on. What are we doing? Yeah, I'm not interested in blocking. I'll just go to 19. If that matters, you got me. Okay, that could matter. I'm going to assume there's another Wandering Emperor here. And we're just losing a Socialite or something. I guess maybe there's an Iganjo. I'd still keep them alive, too. I mean, I guess it's not a Wandering Emperor. It's probably Iganjo. Oh, no, okay, it is. That was weird. They took a long time to decide to play it. I would assume that would have been automatic. Alright, so they can go to 6, or go to 8, take 4, go to 4. With all of our bats. I guess we go ahead and just play this and play the land, because they sweep the board, then we're trying to attack with that now, I guess. Okay. Despite playing terribly, somehow we're still in this. What do we got going on? Maybe? I mean, the one creature they have in play doesn't block. So they have to find... Well, they can make another 2/2. So if they can make 2 blockers here... Well, no, because we have a land also. I mean, Bartholomew can dodge like a cut down or something here. So that's good. Rafine, sure. I don't think that's something we're that worried about. You got to make the 2/2 here. And have something in hand, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
Our swords will cross again. We must protect the people.
I mean, they have 2 blockers currently. And still taking 4. But there are some 1 mana removal things. There could be cut down. Probably just cut down. That makes sense here, actually. I was going to name some other cards. And went, no, it's probably just cut down if they have it. Which does kill a bat and leave them at 1. So, I mean, still matters. All right, they are passing. I was going to say, you might as well attack. Because this could be a situation where you find a land that lets you do a thing. Now, what's interesting is, if we were to block and then resolve 1, see what happens, resolve another, see what happens. Like, we could do that right now and see if they have the cut down, which is kind of funny, but I don't think we even need to take that risk. We'll just go no blocks. And we don't worry about other just random cards, which is the other thing. All right, well, if they have the right kill spell, they are still alive right now. But we still got to do our thing, so here we go. I mean, we can't not attack at this point. That's not a real option when your opponent's at 4. All right, on the way to Attacksville. Who's dying? Is that the cut down? Oh, I mean, it doesn't have to be cut down. It could be go for the throat now. Which makes sense. I mean, sure, we're just attacking. I mean, same thing. I was like, this is all on the opponent, whatever cards they have. When is the next set coming out? There's pre-releases this weekend. If you go to your local stores, on Arena, it goes live on Tuesday, I believe. And then the set is available next week. All right. I mean, I'm not committing anything until they commit something here, I guess. Has to be a kill spell in hand. I mean, that's the only thing that makes sense. We're literally just straight up playing against an Esper Midrange, like, tournament deck. Like, there is not a single new card in sight in that list. Not even in the lands or anything. And we don't even need to do this. The opponent has to kill our Vince or they die, effectively. We're just doing this to have another thing later. Yeah, that's fine. It gets cut down. Cancel that. Sure. That happens. Bartholomew tries to resolve. I would like to activate again. This was just so if they had another cut down, we could leave one up and then respond with the last one. All right. They take 3. We get to kill 1 blocker. Maybe. Maybe we don't. All right. Opponent goes to 1. We're going to play another creature land post-combat in the turn. So our board effectively looks the same minus a bat here. Opponent's still at 1. Wandering Emperor would put them at 3. And then there would still be 2 getting blocked, and then they take 3. So could be another cut down and a Wandering Emperor, but nope. That's going to do it. Okay. Sure, this looks good. I mean, you know, mana situations and all, but we're going to roll with it anyway. Because we have this and a Harvester, and the rest will have to work itself out. Lore Keeper. Hey, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. Alright, I guess we're attacking. What's the big scary thing we got to deal with this turn? Maybe I should have just killed the Lore Keeper. In hindsight. Maybe that was the right answer. I mean, this duress probably ain't doing nothing. They do have some removal cards. I guess not completely nothing. Let's find out, though. Nope. They've got a bunch of Mana Duders, 2 Dreadmaws, and a Raptor. Well, next turn they can play Dreadmaw, or they can play Raptor. I guess we kind of just let them do their thing here, sadly. I'm just going to get rid of this. Alright, cool. That'll work. I mean, we're going to have to kill off the Raptor next turn, so I mean, it is what it is. Don't think we get a choice. And sadly, oh, can't, because we used the other thing. Oops. Oh well, I guess this is it. That's what I get for cracking that treasure. I knew, or the blood token. I knew better than that. Alright, well, things being with art, I guess we're attacking. If they trade, and we're okay with that. The good news is, though, Bartholomew can actually do some blocking shenanigans that aren't terrible. Especially since we have Evangelist that's going to make an extra body. But they will get another card here. And then we'll have to deal with another Dreadmaw. But, you know, we'll figure it out. Starting with an untapped land. That would be step 1. Okay, thank you. And then we drop this. Making more bats. And this. And then we attack with one of those bats. Alright. And I think we just end the turn. Okay. Then you get 2 cards from the other Dreadmaw. Oh, gosh. Opponent got there. Yep. GG's. Oh, and okay, sure, you got it. Yeah, but we'll keep. Put this on Vampire. Play this Duder. Alright, looks like it's gonna be... I mean, just a plain forest. I was gonna... Oh, wait. Not what I thought it was gonna be. Alright. I'm willing to get run down by a Ginger Brute. Ooh. I had thoughts. But now that I could play both of these, I kind of want to. Alright, I think that's what we're gonna do. Mostly because I can still play this tapped, tap one of these, and play a Markov Baron next turn. And that seems okay. We can attack with some 3/2s, and then some 4/3s. Surge in this. This is some green artifact shenanigans. Alright, I'm here for it. I think we're going here. Just get this into play, and then we'll just attack. And if they want to trade for one, I think we're willing to accept that trade. Or do we just get these both down now? That's kind of the other option. Nah, we're being the aggressor here. Let's do it. If they want to trade for one, they can. I think that's okay. We can live with that. Because these are going to be 4/3s next turn, and we may or may not be attacking with the Markov Baron. There's the second color, though, that showed up. Candy Trail. Definitely an artifact-heavy deck. I'm just not sure which direction they're going yet. If it's a food deck, or maybe they didn't get their Teething Wormlet or something. Alright, Tough Cookie. Sure. The thing I will say about draft that we kind of don't talk about enough is people say, oh, this is the way you should get your cards or whatever. But the reality is, if you're also just bad at draft, then you're still going to struggle more, right? Because while people like to play the whole thing of like, well, everybody's on the same level, it's like, you're not. Like, better players are just going to do better. Like, rarely is a new player going to excel at draft. Like, that's just not a thing, right? We know this by now. But I do think a newer player can at least take a deck, build it, watch a bunch of creators or whoever play the deck so they understand it inside and out, and then give themselves a real shot at possibly winning some games. You know? I think that's real. All right, so you got a 5/4. I think we're still attacking with our creatures. Doesn't change anything here for us, I do not believe. So, yeah. Now, the cool part is that card does allow them to, I guess, what are we calling that now? Discover 3, and a bunch of their stuff is obviously small. I guess I could have attacked with my Markov Barons there, and, like, kind of who cares if they die in the grand scheme of things. But we'll get to draw and discard a card. Or, I mean, draw and lose a life on our turn. Alright, they gain 2. A little bit annoying, but they currently, unless that's a land in their hand, don't have the mana to make a 4/4, so that's good. We will, am I getting in there with the Markov Barons? That is a real question. I mean, we probably should. We'd only kill one of those. This would get in. We get a card. Man, I feel like I'm being really weak sauce here. But I'm only going to attack with this. And if they trade for their whole team, then whatever. I don't think they will, obviously. Oh, that is Death Touch on its own, because those guys are still Artifact. That's okay. We don't really mind, honestly. In the grand scheme of things, it's okay. Alright. We'll just be Big Edgar into a fight. What are my thoughts on doing videos covering midweek Magic and miscellaneous events that rotate? There's no benefit to it. Like, I mean, you literally said it yourself. There are events that are come and gone. So by the time somebody watches the content, the value's already gone. Right? If they don't see it in the first, like, 2 days it goes up, it has no value to them. So that's the main reason I don't do those. What about a second channel dedicated to draft? You want to edit it? I love how people always say, like, but you could do, and it's like, yeah, but where is that time going to come from? Right? Not to be rude, it's just like, just the fact of it all. I'm just like, that time or the effort, the money, it's got to come from somewhere, you know? Sure. Alright, they get some Duder, and then it's Wormlet and food versus some Harvester and things. Alright. They go to 7. They get to draw. Alright, we win that one. Okay, so the way those games played out, I'm not so sure I wanted to keep the one-of in here between Bartolome and Vito. I don't think we ever drew Vito, maybe once. But Bartolome, we got in play a couple times, and it was nice, but it was just okay. I just don't think this is the spot for it, honestly. I think we could just get better use out of this in an actual sacrifice deck. While it is a vampire, I just don't think it's the vampire we need, at least in this particular build. So I think we could cut those and increase either to another duress or a go for the throat, or because we do have at least some white mana we can take advantage of, we could think about maybe playing the new one, is it Get Out or whatever? I think that's an option, but we don't have that much white mana. So I would say if we are going to do something else, we probably just play another Go for the Throat. I think it's fine, and that allows us to deal with the dinosaurs and stuff, and I think that's okay. It's not the best card, but I think it'll help us get where we want to go. Otherwise, we could play like a Planeswalker or something in here if you wanted to, but I don't know if it's completely necessary. But yeah, overall, this was a very playable build, but I think something like this is probably where you're at least going to want to start at and then work your way up from there. One thing I will say, though, there are going to be a lot, and I mean a lot, of artifacts, so do not be surprised if you want some other removal here. But for the whole list, we do have 2 Duress, 4 Falconwrath Pitfighter, 4 Voldaren Epicure, 3 Go for the Throat, 4 Bloodcaster, 4 Bloodtithe Harvester, 4 Socialite, 4 Evangelist, 4 Markov Baron, 2 Preacher of the Schism, 2 Edgar Charmed Groom, a Swamp, a Mountain, Caves of Koilos, 4 Blackleaf Cliffs, 4 Vince, 2 Sulfur Springs, 1 Battlefield Forge, 3 Cavernous Souls, 2 Secluded Courtyard, and 4 Voldaren Estate. And actually, if we're going to do that, we might as well just play Cavernous Souls for 4 and 1 less Secluded Courtyard, honestly, because they're basically the same thing, but you can make sure your stuff doesn't get countered. So where does this leave us overall feeling about vampires? I think they're actually pretty decent still. Now, I think there's going to be some different versions, and what we decide to play or not is going to come down to what the format looks like, I think, on some level. And I think most importantly, too, we're going to need to put some consideration into the removal cards we choose to play in this deck. Because there are a lot of artifacts being played, and especially with the Thousand Sun Smithy, I believe it is, that's going to be making things you need to get out of the way because they're usually going to be really large creatures. So that's going to be a little bit of a tough balance. You know, we may reach a world where Go for the Throat is actually not the preferred removal because there's too many artifact creatures. And then maybe we need to play one of the new ones that lets us just kill any creature. Or maybe we need to adjust the land so we can just squeeze more white in and then we play more white removal. So things like that I think are going to be what you're trying to figure out here in the early weeks as the metagame kind of comes together. But otherwise, in the meantime, just put your foot to the floor, just beat them down, and just get them with the vampires, because that still seems to be working. I also want to say we won't be doing a card spotlight today until we get caught up to the regular standard. But for now, though, if you want to keep yourself busy and be ready for standard, there's some other videos you should check out.